So you maybe was on social medias, news outlet or something, and you saw the things pop up about digital art, and it looks stunning, interesting, and maybe people say, hey, I just put it one line of string, ask for this, and it's generated for me. So in this video, I want to look on the questions that we're going to kind of answer. One is why. If you're a digital artist, why you should try this to do? What is important about this specific AI art? Also, we'll look what does it art actually or not an art, and again that will be very subjective, but first reason why. So next it will be how. So how I can actually try this, how I can create, what surfaces I can use it, how hard it is to do. And a third one, it will be where actually I can use this. Okay, I create image or something, but what is good this for me as an artist, where I can use this. Okay, so those three main questions we're going to look in this video, and if you need it more in the details and other things, I have many other videos posted about AI art. So I will recommend, I will post a link to the playlist with all these videos so you can go through them and see which one is more interested to you. So let's go ahead and first say why. I am considering myself as digital and traditional artist. I've done a lot of photography, 40, 30 years, very 35, I don't know, very long professional train. Switched to digital photography, does a lot of compositing photo shoots, themed photo shoot, all the stuff, a lot of commercial production for the posters, influencer. I mean, it's a lot of stuff was done on this case. Also, I'm traditional artist. I used oil painting, aquarelle or watercolors and other things so to do this stuff. So look on different areas how we can use this. And when it's digital art kind of render come up, it's helped me a lot, because usually what I do, it's create my own digital environments. I'm using different 3D applications to do this, and it's take quite a bit time. It's take time for me to actually model, to put a texture and everything. And many times this is just for the simple backdrop that I can use it in some of my works. For example, some of those backdrops created in Photoshop or under 3D or compositing and creating this. And it takes some time. So this is also, I'm looking on AI generated art as the tool. It's tool for the concept art. It gives you great ideas. It's a tool just to sometimes relax, sit down and create something that look beautiful. You can use it for the commercial works. You can just say it, sell as a print and other things, but this is will look later. Right now, why you should try it? Because this is the tool that come on the market. It does not go away. This tool, which will integrate it, and I believe it in this personally, that in many workflows in many studios. I work with several studios, and we already utilize this tool for preliminary their concept art design. This has saved a lot of time, and it is a great way to have it first design of the characters, sets and everything, and after go with detalization and everything. So that is a tool to stay. It won't just come away. Your goal, you as digital artists have a choice. You can keep up with a new technology or stay and kind of stay behind. I remember when we come up with set extensions, and before digital art, before using the 3D set extension and other things, we created just draw on a piece of glass and you put it as set extension directly in a film. That was great. And I remember huge resilience was when it's come with green screen and everything. It says, oh, it's horrible. It's take all the art of the painting away, everything. Many artists did not switch. They left behind. Some people still use it, but it is, I hate compare it to that, but it's like cars and horses, okay? We still have horses, but everyone switched to the cars. So technology will go. And AI is another technology that will be closer and closer integrated with our workflow. It's a great way to explore. why as an artist you should look on a new tool. It will help you expand your horizons and look on other things. And always, if you don't like it, you can keep it your old way. You don't necessarily need switch and jump on a new boat every time when it's come up, but it's give you some perspective and look on another things. Of course, people ask, does it's considered as digital art? And here you need to understand that many people, one of the main kind of against this is come up line. It's people say, you do nothing. All what you do is just push types or a string, and there you go. That you have the result looking. Okay, many times I ask the same people, I says, well, what do you think about digital photography? Does it mean people take a phone, push just single button and let all this computer, yes, inside each camera, it is computer, which is calculating the sensors that receiving light, processing this light from special algorithm that engineers is designed, the program, they did color correction, everything, and you have the result. So in many cases, actually photography is reactive. It's meaning you see something, you push button and you get a picture. And they people consider now it is art. First time when it's photography come up, it was even bigger deal. Oh, it will kill our painting. It's all traditional art is dead as we know. Now it's all done. So they're all panicking about this. Now let's say about how the work. Let's first understand how this work, and we see why this one is actually require more work than take a photo. First off, you may hear about all this disk diffusion, stable diffusion, dall-e, and all this stuff. Don't worry, it's all different algorithms, and I will explain in a second what is meaning. First, it does not take somebody work and blend together. It does not work this way. How it's work? It's creating, first it's ask you text prompt. And by the way, before you put a text prompt, you're already creating the stuff. You're already using your imaginations to see what do you want to see in the result. So in your head, you're already creating your art. This is first step. It's not random generated kind of, it's in your head. When you type the string, same like you're writing the book, you creating virtual world. So next, you need to express this with the world. You need properly placed. It's not just a blab something out and you'll have the result. You can, but its result won't be necessarily what you wanted, okay? So you need it properly formatted text prompt. It's meaning you need to think what you do. It's not just a type of string. Next, computer will generate random. Look, it's kind of like this. You can see it's creating this purling noise with other noise. It's all random seed using. From this, it is processing, like, you know what? It's kind of almost taken. And this is, okay, let me see, with our block. Right here on the middle, this is special algorithm blocks. And we can go in details, and I have some videos where I explain more in details how it works. But think about this. It's a take from this noise, and from noise created thousands different images, says, hey, does this image look like this? If does, it's keep on doing so on. It's have so many cycles to do this. But general, it is creating from the noise, like in some cases I'll compare, like you see the cloud, yes, and you squint your eye and you see something inside the cloud. Your imagination works. So not necessarily this, but it gives you some example how it's work. It does not necessarily squint this digital eyes, but it is try to identify what it see in all this mess, and from there it's going. So that here on the middle, ways have it reference, this is image and other stuff. These two on the middle, this block, that is what we call algorithm of processing. In a way, different system will process. So when people refer to different type of the, and I'll show in a second, well, not in a second, but I'll show a little bit later, ways you can actually test all of this. But this is how these things is working. They're very similar, they're just a little bit different in one way or another. But general, think this is different algorithms. So when people say, hey, do you use a dall-e this, you use the Wamba, do you use the night cafe, do you use so on, they refer how it's a little bit different processing inside here. But generally, it will be exactly the same. You will have it text coming, text decoded, freeze the text on specific areas. Next, going to create a noise. From noise, going to try to create different variations and says, now let's identify what I'm seeing inside this noise. And if it's qualify under weights of these words, it's try to do more. Of course, it's using reference libraries, and this is important to understand. Using reference libraries to compare. Example, if I ask you to draw a camel for me, you never saw a camel in your life, so you cannot draw it. If I show you one picture, your picture will resemble what you see. If you have 1,000 pictures, you will create more. So this same, it's reference. So for example, if I say, give me in a style of the Rembrandt, it will reference to Rembrandt painting and try use them as example to create something or identify something similar. So this is circle, go back and forward right here, creating some noise, removing the noise, and try to figure out. And in the end, you'll have your result. So on the beginning, let's put this way. It does not take anybody work and blend in. It will reference people work if you specify so. So it can go and says, hey, do in this style, and it will work in this style and blend base it so it's look alike. And of course, the better algorithm to redefine, better it does job. And it's what right now a lot of programmers. Next things need to understand, even you put a text prompt, AI, it's not magic box or anything. It is thousands lines of code that engineers programmed in. It is software engineers was sitting and coding this. It was mathematicians who creating the formulas. It is millions of the people who tagged and identify different image. Like sometimes you go on Google and says, hey, select 3 lights for me, 3 stoplights. So you select there on the picture, you help to identify, or people who put the tags in an image or so on. So this is actually millions of the peoples who create this reference libraries tag with the words so computer can use it. Overall, I look on this, it's not AI, it's collaboration between the programmers, people who work with images, and you as an end result. End users who put a string in, who thought in the head how to create what they want to see, formatted the string, express the string, and have it result. It is much more work to done from you than just simply take a camera, push button, and reactively take picture. So think about, if you disagree with me, let me know on this. Again, this is my subjective view. I do believe it's collaboration, art, work with the AI or deep learning algorithms on a back end to represent the words in an image based on the reference library. A lot of words. There we go. So it's kind of a reason why you should try it. At least make your own decision, see how it's work, and have fun. So now let's go see in where you can do this. Okay. Surprisingly, it's actually have it multiple levels. It's have it from easiest level to access to very geeky and programming. And I'll show you some of them skipping kind of over. And of course, I will put it more links below. So you can, if you want to go into details how to do this, I have specific instructional videos for very basic beginner, how to set up, how to do step by step and start doing this. So, but you don't even need to know this. I'll show you some services also you can access. And one is actually, I almost start with the Midjourney because I love what is produced. And by the way, right now here you see what people created with a Midjourney. But actually, I would recommend you to start with a little bit different if you never done. And one of these right now pop up, it is Night Cafe. And here's the reason. Night Cafe, if you sign up, you will have it credits. You can use it the credits. Right here you can see I have it 163 credits. You can use this to regenerate image. In average, 1 image equal 1 credit to generate. But what is good about Night Cafe, that when you start, you'll have it plenty of the credits to begin. And they give you every day, they will give you 5 more credits that you can claim. So over time, you can accumulate, like right here, 163 credits, and I use it quite a bit of them already. So accumulating those credits that I can go use it. But this is not just all. The one latest things they added, and I love this, It is, look on this, all of this seems like 4 different things, but in reality it's different algorithms. Some of them, like clip and guide diffusion, which is using in one area, VQ gain in clip, that is using maybe in another algorithm, and some of them using by dall-e, some of using by stable diffusion, like right here algorithm. So you can try all these different algorithms. It is, think about this as different type of the tools that will process image differently, and this is what I like about this. On this case, not every style, some people I know, they will die hard the stable diffusion fans. I do like actually result with disc diffusion a little bit better, but it is personal styles, and it's what's good about this. You can go ahead and try creating. So you can actually, okay, let's go to my creation, maybe right here, and you can see, you can try it, like even same string, they can put it, they create a total different result on this engine because it's how they're processing. You also can take image, overlay image, you can make animations, have some fun with this. It does produce. It's maybe not produced for everyone, but it's give you free access and try all these different things. So it's fun. And process them very, very simple. All what you need to do, go click on create, select which one you want it. And you usually start with this kind of very simple, that you can type your what do you want to look like. Let's go minions with banana. Okay, it's all, and you can see it's take one credit, you click generate, and it will start generating for you. As it's generated, you can still continue doing more. So but here is even better, so you can actually select different styles. So it will go with all of this cyberpunk, oil painting. If you want to get a little bit more creative, you can go to advanced options. We will go with this, but even here you can use your startup image, which meaning you can upload somebody portraits and work with this, or just landscape or something. But this is more advanced, and it's very simple. You can read forward and see what they can do it and kind of play around. But it's nice because provide you options for the advanced or very simple, just go straight forward. If you ever play with application Wombo, you kind of find a little bit semi-familiar. But again, the best parts, what I like about this, it is options that you can select different type of algorithms and can use the images. So you can actually use it the faces. Okay, so this is another one. The Mid-Journey, I love. It is, for me, I think it's my main tool I'm using right now. The only biggest problem, it's people who are not familiar with Discord will don't like this. And reason is why, because you can see right here, it's utilizing Discord to actually communicate with a bot and creating your images. I do have it videos, and actually I do have it more than one video on my YouTube channel where I was about start, and you can actually see right here I have it how to start with Mid-Journey. I create, but people feedback and it says, hey, you know what, it's complex, can you simplify? So I make another ones how to start with Mid-Journey beginner, but some people find difficult even to work with the how to stop Discord, so I create another one, absolute beginner. So this one is absolutely basic, like if you have it almost very basic computer knowledge, it's how you can start with Mid-Journey, how to sign up account with Discord, sign up account with a Mid-Journey, and all of this steps. So this is like very basic, absolute beginner work with Mid-Journey. So if you never done Discord or anything, I highly recommend for you to watch this video and set up your account with Mid-Journey. So in this case, you can go in and create it. The reason is how I say I like it, because it does create a beautiful art. You have it multiple variations, and what I was meaning by variations, you can create in a art style, you can create as a photorealistic, you can create abstract, and so on. So it is very powerful, and it's very updated tool. I mean, they're updating constantly, they're creating all this. By the way, if you have questions, and I know some of you will, can I use it commercially? Yes. Whatever you're creating, dall-e, and with Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, Disco Diffusion, you can use it commercially. So you can use it in your commercial work, and you can actually sell this item. Here example, I'm selling, creating a lot of backgrounds, render them, pack them, and sell for the digital artist. Well, my approach to this is a little bit different because I'm creating like I create for myself, because I do a lot of compositing work. And when I create backgrounds like alien words or whatever, I actually creating with the angles. It's take time. It's honestly, it's not that fast to create because you need to actually figure out all the stuff, but it's based on my requirements. Like if I do something for myself to use, so this is what I'm also selling. So I show also videos how to integrate and all the stuff, but general, you can create products. So, and we'll look actually in a third part when we go over a little bit more this, but general, yes, you can use it for the commercial works, and yes, you can sell that art. So at this point, we'll look on a night cafe, we'll look on a dall-e, and we also look on some Midjourney stuff. Way more there. So if you look on many other services like Wombo and other ones, they allowed you to play. Wombo is mobile applications. You can go on and try on your phone to do this. But there are also another one services. One is it's Art Breeder. And Art Breeder, one of the oldest actually AI generated, that allowed you originally create just the characters of the people. But you don't necessarily can create characters. You can also, if you go and create new, you can also create portraits, landscape, building, all this painting, a lot of stuff. You can upload specific images. You can also use it with videos, animations, where I created some of those videos. And you can do the other elements. They also have new ones, collages, so you can use it from different images. And this one of the oldest, it's have a free version here as well. And or you can purchase additional credits if you need to do high resolution and so. So this is actually another one's interesting. The reason is it's not on top of mind because personally I think interface a little bit clunky. Okay, they create all this kind of look blobby. I don't know how to explain this UI, but personally for me UI not attractive. I don't have it, some of those detailations that I can use it. It feels like kind of hiding behind. I have it some options I can do it, but I cannot some created original preset. Anyway, it's a little bit different for me, a little bit more how to say clunky to use, but it is there. It is nice tool. I used quite a bit this tool to create some of the concept of landscapes, concept of the characters and everything. And again, this is you can start for free, play around, see if you like it. So Art Breeder will be another one. And of course we have it the other ones like, for example, Stable Diffusion Official. The guys who actually create first algorithm of Stable Diffusion. They create also website, which is Dream Studio AI. It's in a beta versions now, but you can join them. This is, you will need purchase credits to use, or if you don't want to purchase these credits, you can do by yourself Stable Diffusion, because nice thing about this, it's open source. Open source, it means anybody can take this code and execute. You can use it on your personal machine, or you can use it with a Google Colab, but that is require level of geekiness. So if you think you're a programmer, if you understand code and don't scare about this, you can try it. Okay, we'll look in a second for that. But this is another Stable Diffusion. If you want to try it, latest Stable Diffusion in a web interface, you can access, and I will provide some link for you as well, Dream Studio AI on the beta. So, and of course, and many other ones have it like Fever Dreams, many different names come up, but they all will be, remember what I said before, it is that algorithm box on the middle. So it is this stuff on the middle, it's what they're changing, but that is most time they're very similar because they have a denoise and they have a text recognition and they have an image recognition with the text. So it's all very similar components inside. They're just a little bit different what libraries they're using and what algorithms they're using, how the loops works there. Okay, so now if you decide to say, okay, I'm okay without worried about UI, I can handle a little bit of the code, you can always go to using Notepad, notebooks for different types. For example, right here, disco diffusion. And you can see the one thing, not to scare you off, but it's just simple. It's preloading and people pre-created code. So what is meaning by Notepad? It's like bunch of codes put together in libraries. And this is, for example, run on a Google Colab. It is like virtual server somewhere else, like cloud, and I'm running on a cloud. I will have it some access to specific GPU, and you just go here and press this run. You see with the run button, you just press on this and code start executing on this machine. And usually it's a straightforward. You don't need worried about a lot of stuff. The reason is why you maybe want to do this. It is free in many cases. All what you need to do, just go on the bottom and change some of the text prompt you want it. And you can also create some animations. I done some animations before. I'll put a link below. You can preview. They're done with this specific disco diffusions. It took me about 3-4 weeks to render all those frames. Take a long time, but you can also do this. You also have the options to pay for this, and pay for the Colab for the server. It's about $5 a month, which is provide you with faster GPU, so you can actually process a little bit better and faster in this case. But you don't need to create just animation. You can create just simple images with disco diffusion. Same things you can do with a stable diffusion. Similar things. You have it your own. You have it pads that people share. You can go there and run. So those is to disco diffusion, stable diffusion. You can run as Notepad, and it's not just disco and this diffusion. You can run different codes as well if you're interested and feel familiar with a Colab, because you have a Notepad how to clean up. For example, faces, because sometimes you maybe notice when AI generated face, it's maybe have some blemishes, and with this it will clean up algorithm and make a little bit smoother, nicer face if you want to do AI do all job for you with everything. So, and this is kind of elements. Of course, if you type 8 AI render, you will come up with literally hundreds and hundreds different services, and new ones is pop up every time. And the one thing I need to tell you, be very careful, because many of them just phishing sites. They will collect your information, they don't provide. And I already noticed 4 of those, and they come from Facebook, where it says, hey, join, click here to join AI. You no point to join AI. You don't need to join. The only one thing that I know who is waiting and joining, it is on a dall-e, because they give a free 50 credits. A lot of people want to do this, and they're very popular, one of the first. It's only one who I know. You can join other ones. I think it's very scammy things. It's just collecting your personal information, so be careful with those. General, again, what I will recommend for you to try it if you have it. Start with Night Cafe. Very easy, very nice to use it. You can also sign up with a dall-e. This will take a little bit time to use it. Go with a Mid-Journey, and again, check on that link, go watch and stop step by step, because I do like it. The one thing I need to tell you, when you start, you can create about 25 images for free. After this, you need pay, and this is probably the biggest minus of this Mid-Journey for many people, because people do like free stuff. And sometimes, they say even vinegar tastes sweet for free. However, as a programmer, I like people will pay me money for my services, and in this case, I feel comfortable to pay other people for the services they provide as a programmers. And if you're interested, you can always go on help and look on a pricing here, and this will help you with how much overall it is producing. They charge about basic $10 a month. Will give you time. I would recommend to go with a standard 30 month. It is expensive, but if you done just for 1 month, you burn all your excitement out, and after you can decide what you want to do. This is what I usually have it. I don't care about private visibility. If you don't want people to see your arc or post, you can do this. I have it again in videos I posted below. If you check, we're going over all this pricing, everything, and explain and help you decide if you want to go with this, what you can do. Okay, so we'll have it those ones. Again, different stable diffusion. You can try the servers, and of course, always free options. You just go use Colab and use it on the cloud. Or you can go like to the area GitHub and other ones, for example, right here, GitHub, and you can go download it, Stable Diffusion, directly on your computer, and install it and run directly just on your machine, so you don't need to worry about people going and you utilize somebody's servers. It will be private and all this stuff, so you can run there. Okay, so let's go right now about questions. What I can do with this, where I can use these images. First, about copyright. Wherever you created, and it's based on copyright published by the dall-e and the Midjourney, whatever you created with those paid services, you can use it for any of your commercial work, partially or whole, modified or not. So you have full rights as a creator to use these images however you want it. Okay. One, keep in mind that AI generated images currently, it's not copyrighted. So technically, people can take your image and use it however they want it. You can enable privacy mode or do on your personal machine if you don't want people to see this, but just let you know it is accessible. It may be changed in the future, but currently, right now, this is what is happening. So why do you want to use the where? And the basic things, it just look cool. Sometimes you just need to relax. It's what I do. Sometimes I put it command line, put it prompts, play with them, try to create something, like what the result coming up. It feels nice. It's look nice. It's look beautiful images. You know, I know some people say it's not art, and it's their own decision. Personally, it is art. It's not pure AI generated. It is collaboration work between programmers, content creators, and you as a text input, no less than anyone could go and take photo outside with their iPhone, with a camera, just pushing single button. Okay, it's no less, it's probably more, because you creating these images inside your head first. You want to know what you want to see. So this is personal. It's just a fun to create this. And next, you can also do this for the pleasure, for fun, but you also can do for the commercials to make some income on this. Okay, so this is how I use it personally. I created compositing many times from this, and compositing, like for example, I take photo and as a backdrop, whole or partially, I'm using this way. I'm also using these elements, whole or partially, to create the posters for the events, movies, book covers, and other things. I also creating this for fun and sell to clients when they need it, like set extension right here, for example, portrait, and you can see on a back we created with the AI render background. I put it in. So you can do this way. You can create all this fun, interesting backdrops and implement them also in your compositing work. By the way, this is like set extensions, and some of them in Midjourney. This was done in dall-e. And another things also, as a photographer, sometimes you have it photo shoot. For example, right here, it was photo shoot, and you don't need to expand all this around. So for example, right here you can see how the set extension and even dress, everything was extended in dall-e with new image extensions. So you can do this way. That is also help you as a photographer, not just as digital artist, as photographer, to create a better extension. So for example, you photo shoot family maybe outside and some building. Now you can cut off and extend set and select it, and it will be naturally extended. So it's many different ways you can use it. We actually, people kind of was gone berserk, sorry about some AI stuff, but we're using in Photoshop for a long time. Content aware replacement and everything was in Photoshop for a very long time, and this is what we're using. So same things, you can just use it that way. Beside creating this, you can sell them as separate assets. So for example, right here I have it all as different backgrounds and everything that I created, and after these backgrounds or isolated elements that I may use in my compositing, they're available for other people to use. The one things that people many times they post and then says, hey, what stopped those people from making that? And it's kind of somewhat valid. It's nothing to stop them. It's a valid point. It's nothing stop. But you know what? How often you go in the kitchen and cook a burger when you want one, or you're going to McDonald's to buy it? And one main thing, it is convenience. For people, it's very convenient to just purchase and use, and you look on how much time. For example, to create some backgrounds, it's not actually as simple. Some people may create it. For me personally, it's not that simple, because when I create these digital backgrounds, they come in smaller resolutions. I actually open, retouch, remove stuff. Again, I'm creating like for myself, okay, if going to use. And after I upscale them with special tools, so they're big size, I can reuse them and pack and do all this stuff. So it's actually quite a bit work involved to create this. And by the way, if you're interested, I have one video how to create for the cell on Gumroad specifically. I have a video about this. I'll post a link to next, and very soon coming about printing. And speaking about printing, this and other ways, you can actually sell this work as a print, and you're surprised how many people ask me anytime when I post it, like on my Facebook feed or other things. People says, well, I want this print, I want to buy this print. Why? Because it's look nice. Why people cannot do by themselves? How I said, it is convenience. It's same things, for example, if you ever gone on State Fair, and you see on State Fair people sell this landscapes, okay? And I live in Utah. We have this Grand Canyon close by. We have arches and everything. Why people don't just take a camera, drive there, take a photo by themselves? They don't need to buy it for hundreds of the dollars, those prints. They can do by themselves. The one is a convenient because it's there, people like it, it's art. Next, maybe appreciation of the artist who created this. And that is actually quite a bit point. And I look a little bit more on this marketing and sales point in my other videos when we're going to create on Etsy our store and sell by using the digital media or using like Printify and sell through there as a print canvases. So we'll look on that one a little bit later, another video. But generally, this is what happened. People appreciate your art. They pay for the convenience. They paying for because it's look nice. And many, it's what happening when you generate your art. You're creating with me journey example, other things. It's just beautiful piece of art. You maybe want to put it on a wall. And yes, I do says AI generated image. It is art, and art is very subjective. And some videos said before, if you go in on some of this, like artist Paul Martini, who take his poop, can it, and call it art in itself for thousands of dollars. Okay, you're literally buying somebody poop in a can for $1,000, and they call this art. And if you're going on Etsy and search, you can see a lot of people just sell the crop literally there for the money, and they consider this art. I'm sorry, if this is art, then AI, it is a top of the art. It's not even it's a great thing. I don't know what people will think about when they say it's not art, but it is. You create it in your mind, you spend time, people created code, people put it to reference everything. It is art. Don't like it, don't use it. Personally, I have a piece printed, I love it, it's look great on the wall, and it's why people will purchase prints and create it. Beside that, you can use this for the commercial, elements. You can creating posters, book covers, cards, trading cards, whatever you can imagine, the board game base layout. I've done all of those, and it is look nice. Of course, the concept art, as I mentioned before, for the shows, movies, or your other things, dresses, clothes. I actually done some of this using Midjourney to design the dresses as well. So it is a very great tool, very powerful tool. You can have multiple ways to use it, to just for fun, pleasure, or sale, or part of your as digital artist work. It is your choice if you want to try it and see what you think about this. At least give a try so you know how it works, so you don't look totally fool when people start speaking and you just come and says, no, because it's AI created, I don't understand how it did, but because we're the AI inside there, I hate it. Okay, so give a try. Well, overall, again, thank you for watching this video. If you find it's useful, fun, entertainment, or you want to see more, please give it thumbs up. If you hate it, give it 2 thumbs up, 4 or 5, how many you can. Subscribe to the channel, click this notification button so you will get the updates when it's new video release it. I will highly appreciate if you share this video. The more viewers I have it, it's more popular will be video as well. And let me know if you have any questions, if you agree, disagree with some, or you want to update some information I posted here. I would greatly appreciate this. And have a fun, creative day. So just seriously, if you're not yet started, give it a try. See what you think about this. And remember, all of this, what we're watching right now, it is AI generated from that Perlin noise, based on a string and your thoughts and your desire, what you want to see. Thank you. Have a fun day.